Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Flesh Tones. I'm going to go through my new set of flesh tones that are going to be available. So we're going to do some little spray outs and you get to see the colours that we have created. I think this is a great set of flesh tones to pick up because flesh tones can be a little bit daunting to mix, so it's nice to be able to go out and buy a full set and then you are covered when you want to start doing portraits. So the flesh tone colours that we have got fair porcelain, medium blush, fair peach, caramel. We've got mocha, cafe, milk chocolate, peony, almond, fair blush, aubergine, light caramel and cafe noir. And I'm going to go through these today and I'll show you what they're like when you spray them at a very light opacity up to full coverage, so you'll get to see the colour. Because a lot of the time you can lay colours down when you're working on a piece of white paper. If you spray a colour down lightly, you see a lot of the white through it, underneath it. So you're putting down, if you were to zoom in with a microscope, you'd see like the speckles of the paint and you'd see a lot of the white underneath, which makes that colour look brighter. Then the more you add, the darker it gets. So you can use these and work with these like a transparent, just on how much you put down on the actual paint. Now the brush we're going to use for this, I'm going to use the new Evolution 2024. We'll do some little colour sections and I'll do light to dark and you'll just get to see the new Dred FX custom skin. So let's move in closer and show you these colours. Right guys, I'm going to grab the first one. We're going to go for milk chocolate, which is this one here. Now these are inks. So when you buy this set you get the shakers. They are pre-mixed and ready to flow straight from the bottle. So you've not got to worry about thinning, they're good to go. So this one is a very nice tone, go down light. As you can see, that flows really nice. What we'll do is we'll just build that colour up. Do a full pass there. They've gone from a real light tone and then build it up. That's a really nice flesh tone colour, that is. And you've gone from your light, so you can build it from like a transparent, just work your way up to like full opacity. So that one is milk chocolate. That's the dog barking. Next one up is light caramel. So I'll spray this one next to it. So that's the light caramel. Again, really nice colour to work with. Working light to dark. Great flesh tone colour. The beauty of these is as well, they're intermixable, so you could start with that type of colour and then just start to tint over with other ones, and that's what I like about these. They're all in that nice ballpark that you can work with. Give the brush a little clean, we'll move on to the next one. We shall go for, I love this one, which is the aubergine. Now I've found using this, tinting with this is really nice, especially over these colours when you go to areas on a portrait like around the eyes and tinting down like in shadowed areas. This one's the aubergine. That's a light pass and then coming up to full dark. So great for shadowing areas with this. It's a really nice aubergine colour, that is. That's that one. Again, sprays brilliantly out the bottle, so you've not got to worry about thinning, and you can thin on top of these colours as well because the inks are such a good strong pigment. You can thin on top. We're going to chuck in a fair blush. This will be the next one. Just make sure this brush is clean so you get to see the true colour. Couple of drops, fair blush. Probably can hardly see that, but this one's nice for tinting out on highlights. You probably can't see that there, but it's very soft, very soft, very nice for sort of like a warm highlight, not just like a white that's going to give you that sort of blue type shifting with it. So that's fair blush. We will move on to Cafe Noir next. Give the brush a clean so you're seeing the true colour. A few drops go onto this one. Again, another great colour. Darken that up. You've got that like tint of that sort of that green brown colour, which is great again for the shading areas, the darker areas on different flesh tones. You can tint over with this as well. So that's that one. That's the Cafe Noir. Quick blast out with the brush. We will move on to Mocha. This one is Mocha. Again, a nice warm tone. Really nice colours. Going from the light soft, and you can see how they're atomising, just very soft, straight out the bottle. They just atomise how they should do. You've got no graininess. We're running around 25 psi. And as I say, you can thin these down again. So that's the Mocha, that one there. We've got medium blush next. So that's your medium blush. So they're catering for every skin tone. As you can intermix as well. You'll get a white in with this set as well. And you're going to get like a shading grey in with this set as well. So that's the medium blush. Tip the excess, then blast through. Right, we've got caramel next. That's your caramel, that's your warm, it's just starting to warm up. You're getting that sort of nice orangey red in with this one, just warming that up. That's the caramel. We're going to go for fair porcelain now. This one's probably going to be tricky to see as we're going straight down on white. Fair porcelain. You can hardly see the difference on that, but when you use this on a portrait where you need them brighter tops of the cheeks where light hits, or the foreheads or the bridges of the nose, you get that nice warm highlight. So that's the fair porcelain. We've got Peony next. Great for around lip areas, this is. Corners of the eyes. Bringing colour out into the cheeks. So that's Peony, that one. Clean with the brush. We've got Cafe next. Pull that through. So that's Cafe. So you've got some great variations that just work for all portraits. Spray's really nice again. They're all mixed correctly. So you just take them straight out the bottle and you're going to get this really nice soft atomization. You've really not got to worry. And I think that is a big bugbear with paints nowadays, is getting the consistency right. You just know these are just going to spray out the bottle, atomize very nice. And if you're using like your synthetic papers, you'll be able to create them soft erasing transitions with them as well. Right, the next one we are looking at is, I think we just looked at that one, and we looked at Almond. I don't know whether I've sprayed Almond. We may have. This one's Almond. Another nice tone coming through. The Almond's a very nice one. Right, we've got Fair Peach next. 3 drops. This one's nice. Again, a light colour. So that's your Fair Peach down here. So you can build these up. You can start with these tones, work them tones in, and just start to bring and incorporate the other ones in and build your portrait up. And that's what it's about. Fair Peach. I think we've done them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, there's 13. We've got 13 bottles. So that's 13 colours. And as I say, you can tint over things. So if you were to go with like the aubergine and just work the aubergine over different ones, you create them different tones again just by dropping an opposite colour over and tinting over the top. And that's just with the aubergine, just tinting over, darkening these out. And you can intermix as well. But some great colours. I have used these on a portrait and they just work really nice. That set works really, really good. And as I say, you're going to get a white in with this set as well. And you are going to get a one that we're working on is going to be a shading grey, which would look similar to this. If you've ever used smoke black, see that bit there? You see how this lays down? See that? Now the translucent shading grey, as we call it, like what Golden do, is a really nice colour to have in the set. It's very nice for building up with, especially around sort of like eyelashes, any darker areas where you need that sort of like grey tone just to tint over. It's another good one to tint over the top. I like that. I do love the aubergine tinting over with that. But that tone will be in the set. So there you go, guys. The Dred FX custom skin will be launched within the next couple of weeks. You'll get to see a post up. I'll do a post on the actual release date. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. so you get to see when it's actually launched. There's going to be a couple more bottles in this. We're definitely going to be agreeing on this one, I think, the shading grey that goes in with the set as well, because that's a great colour to have in, especially when you're doing portraits. It's a nice one for tinting over, doing your darker areas with as well. It'll just go nice with this aubergine for tinting down and things like that. And you've got your highlight tone ones in here as well. So a great set that we put together. So a big shout out to Mark, Stick Print Paint, working alongside him and working alongside a custom painter that's been on the scene a lot longer than I have and knows colour and knows paint. And we just sat there and we mix these colours up backwards and forwards, different ideas. It's just great to work with another artist, you know, to create a very good paint system that works, flows out the bottle, you've not got to worry. And that's the main enjoyment, is being able to put it in your brush and spray it straight out the bottle. That's what you want with an airbrush paint. You want it to lay down like this. Have them nice rich tones, good coverage when you need it on a few passes, and be able to drop it down like this so you get that real softness of it as well. It just works. So thanks for watching. Check out the link in the description for all your airbrush goodies. They do some great stuff over on Stick Print Paint, and I will see you lot in the next one, guys. Cheers.